Hello and welcome to Upstack America's Oracle EBS Financials Functional Training. My name is Bob and I'm the lead senior consultant for Upstack America. And with me today I have Victor, who is also a senior consultant. And today we are handling lesson 32 of accounts payables. And Victor, please walk us through.
Thank you, Bob, for the introduction. Welcome everybody to this lesson in our Oracle Financials Functional Training series. In this session, I just want us to talk about creating accounting. We have looked at a lot of topics in payables, and I believe we also mentioned something to do with create accounting. But I just want us to have a better look at how to carry out this process. So what does it mean to create accounting? We know that the subledger modules, they usually send accounting information to the general ledger module periodically, right? So in an actual setup, maybe at the end of every period, users using the subledger modules will create accounting, and this accounting information will be sent to the general ledger module or to the GL, and it is from this accounting information that we are able to run financial statements. Okay, so we are going to see just a few examples of how to do this to create accounting from AP, which is the only subledger module we have covered at the moment. All right. Accounting is created for various events in AP. When you validate an invoice, for example, accounting can be created for that event. When you pay an invoice, the payment accounting is created for that. Another example is voiding payments, right? Accounting can also be created for that. So we're just going to see how to create accounting in the system. So I'm going to go straight to Oracle. We log in. So let me go to our invoices and query some of the invoices that we have been entering. So these are some of the invoices that we have, right? Actually, you can see that we have a create accounting option here at the batch level. Let's look at this invoice here. Looks like it has been validated, and it has been paid. All right, so there's a payment associated with this. All right. So there are various ways in which we can create accounting. One, we can run a standard request where we go to the request screen and we enter a couple of parameters. Or for example, we can just run creating for a single, we can just run create accounting for a single event. Okay. So let's create accounting for this invoice, right? And how do you do that? So you go to tools. Oh, there are no accounting events. So you go to actions and you select this create accounting option, right? If you are going from here, then you have the option of creating accounting in draft mode, all right? Or you can create accounting in final mode, or you can create accounting in final and also post. So what does it mean? Draft mode, I believe we have seen a few examples of draft mode when I was trying to explain a couple of things in previous sessions. This is just to enable you to see what kind of accounting will be created or which accounts will be affected, all right? When you create in final mode, then it means that an import to general ledger will occur, okay? But that journal, or by the way, which it should be known to you right now that accounting information is represented in journals, okay? So a journal is created. So when you create accounting in final mode, the journals are imported to GL, okay, but they are not posted, which gives you an opportunity to go to GL and to review the journals before doing the final posting. So what are some of the things that you should be cognizant of when you're creating accounting? One, periods, okay? So you have to ensure that the periods are open. The matching periods are open in GL, okay? So that you will be able to import your journals and also do posting. So in this training, we have been a bit haphazard about how we open periods and all that because, of course, it is a test instance that we are using, and for learning purposes, we are not maybe paying too much attention to some of these practices that will be required in an actual work environment. So maybe we have a lot of periods open and all that, but in an actual work environment, that would be very clearly monitored, the periods which are open and the periods which are closed, okay? So GL, for example, will be the last to close the periods, okay? So that all the other subledger modules will be able to export the journals to GL so that they can also be posted. Okay, so that's just some of the things that you should take care of. The other thing is, if you have reporting currency ledgers, then you should ensure that you have your rates in place, okay? And you also ensure that the periods in that are also open. So you have to manage the periods for your reporting currency ledgers. In our case, we disabled, we only have the sub-ledger level reporting currency ledger. And we know that for the sub-ledger level reporting currency ledger, the journals, they are created by the Create Accounting program. So we have to have our rates in place before we can create accounting, or else we'll get an error. We know how to do that, so let's go to GL and actually look at our subledger reporting currency ledger. So let's leave this before we create accounting. Okay, and I'm going to log in as Maskani group. First, let's look at what we have under Maskani Group US Ledger. So we already started entering invoices in January for our payables. So we need to open this. Let's open this period. Yes. Let's also look at the other ledgers. So we have the journals level, which we disabled, and we have the sub-ledger level, which we can still manage. And let's open January for these two. Yes. Okay, while those are running, the other thing we need to take care of, as we said, is the exchange rates. Okay. Setup. We go from here so that I can search. Forgot where the rate setup is. So setup. So where's the currency rates manager? There you go, daily rates. All right. So we want to search for Maskani corporate. So it's somewhere there. Let's see, we have rates for up to November, right? Update. So KES or USD to KES. Why is this not picking? Maybe the currencies have been disabled. Okay. So let's quickly pause and I'll go and check whether the currencies so let's enter new rates. We saw that we only have rates up to November. So USD to Kenya shillings. Let's go back to 2018 and create some rates for December. All the way through to maybe 31st January. Under rate type, we want Maskani corporate. So we are turning USD to Kenya shillings. Maybe we can say 103 and apply. Rates have been loaded. Okay, return to daily rate search. Let's see what we have. All right, so we are good here now. These are the rates we entered. So we are good. So we shouldn't have any problems when we create accounting because we have rates and we have managed our period. Okay. All right. Now, let's switch responsibility and go back to developers payables manager. Let's look at our invoices. We were looking at hold test one, I believe. Let's go to invoices. Okay. So what do we want to do? We want to create accounting for this particular invoice. All right. So we go to actions and select create accounting. We want to create this in final mode. We'll be able to go and to GL and view those journals. Okay, so okay, please submit. Okay. So it's not letting us create accounting from here. Let me try again. All right, so that's a problem. The other way we can do it is to use a concurrent program, so a standard request. Okay. So you can go to other requests, run single request, and what you search for here is create accounting and you get some of these parameters that you need to fill. Of course, you want to select your ledger. Okay, we have some ledgers which also almost confuse me. I believe some of the ones that other people have created. So under process category, these are some of the options that you have. So you can select maybe if you want to create accounting for invoices, for payments. All right. So if we want to create for invoices alone, we select invoices. We can create this, of course, in final or draft mode, as we have seen with the option to create accounting for a single event. So we want to do this in final. Okay. Do we want to create a report after so that we can see what is wrong? Yes, you can select to create a report either in summary or in detail. Do you want to transfer to GL? Yes, you do, but we don't want to post. And then we can give this batch that we are going to create accounting for a name. So we can say Maskani invoices batch. You can also select an end date, and let's say we want to do this up to the 15th of January, or maybe the 10th. Let's leave some invoices. So 10 January 2019, right? And select OK. Then submit. No. Right. So let's see which programs will be launched here. So the Create Accounting program is running. We are going to wait and see what the output for that will be. So you can see Create Accounting, and you can also see journal import, because there are journals which are being imported from the subledger module into GL. So let's wait for this to finish. All right. So let's look at the output for the journal import. It will tell you all the details, the journal entry source name, payables. It will tell you how many batches have been imported. Okay. It will tell you the total number of headers, which is basically the total number of invoices, right? It will tell you whether there are any errors. Okay. And you will see all these are error codes. So if you have an error, it will show you the error codes here, and then you can go and check what that error stands for. All right. You can also have this Create Accounting output, which will show you the actual journals, right? So we've downloaded it. and it will give you a detail of some of what you have done. So you can see that this is from payables module. The mode, the report level is detail, meaning you will see all the individual journals. So you can see some of the journals for the invoices. Okay, it will show you the event type. For example, you have this was for cancelled invoices. All right, and you will see the number of events in that event type. So you can see, for example, because these are cancelled invoices, then the accounting created credits the expense. All right, so you are not taking this expense anymore, and you're also reducing your liability. So that's for cancelled invoices. And you have accounting created for validation of invoices, which is basically you recognizing your expense or acknowledging your expense when you validate the invoice, and you can tell from the accounting. So expense you debit, all right, and then you credit your liability, which is increasing your liability. So this is your account create accounting report, and this is these are the details that it will give you. Let's close this and switch responsibility, and we are going to go to Maskani Group GL. Journals, enter journals. Okay, so we believe that our journals are unposted. Okay, so you can select you can select unposted here. You can also select the source, right? So payables. I think I saw payables somewhere there, just to narrow down. Okay, that's fine without that. And let's scroll, and you can see these are some of the journals, for example, that have been created. You can see here it's unposted. The source is payables. This is a purchase invoice. All right. So these are actually the journals that were created by that. You can review the journals, and you can see the accounting that was created. And it actually looks okay. That's good. So you can see all the accounts that were hit, expense accounts, liability accounts, and all that. And if these journals are okay, then you can go ahead and post them. All right. Let's look at the other one. Oh, so I think the other one was after the conversion. So let's take a look. Yeah, so this is with the conversion to Kenya shillings. So you can see this is what was accounted using the rates that we entered. All right. So these are just some of the other journals that were created. You can go ahead and post these journals after they have after you have reviewed them. If we had run this import in final and post mode, then these journals would have already been posted. Okay, they would not, this status will not be unposted. Okay, so maybe we can do a quick one. Let's do create accounting. Oh, hold on. Let's see. All right, let's go to other. Run. Create. Because I was trying to run that from my GL responsibility. So let's go to create accounting. Okay. Ledger is Maskani. Process category. Let's not pick anything here. Okay, and now let's put our end date at 15th January 2019. So we don't have the okay. We don't have the final and post here, but what you do is you select post in general ledger down here. Okay. Do we want a report? Let's say yes. And detail. Transfer to GL, yes. Post, yes. Let's give this Maskani payables batch 2. Okay. And let's submit. So again, these programs have been launched. And let's wait for this request to finish. taking its time. So now you see the posting program has been launched because we selected to post, unlike the other time. Let's view log why we have an error. Okay, we're going to go to GL and see what the problem is. With some events in error. It's been posted. Let's see for this. Errors only. So this is a summary, right? Tell you the event class, you have credit memos, invoices. We are going to talk about all these event class, event types when we start looking at our subledger accounting modules, all right? So in the previous one, I think the invoices that we selected didn't have memos, but now you can see that this one has memos. So this is just an invoice report that like the one we had done before. Let's go to GL and take a look at those journals and see whether they were posted. So Maskani Group GL super user. Payables and find. Okay, so these are the ones from last time. So these are unposted. All right. So let's see whether we have any which are posted. And let's find. So you can see that we have this which are posted. Let's review the journals. So there it is, and you can see that you can't post them because they have already been posted. This is after conversion, okay, for the reporting currency. You can see the amounts are the same, okay. So, and this one is one without the conversion, okay. And you can see this one has been posted too. And the reason why we have two here right now, but for the previous create accounting run that we had many, is because no duplicates were created. So for the previous one, we ran all the way to January 10th. So anything for which accounting had not been created, any invoice for which accounting had not been created for that period, accounting was created and the journal import was done. All right. But when we did the create accounting again and moved the date to January 15th, then anything for which create accounting had not been created that fell for events up to that date, accounting was created. But for all the others, if accounting was created, then no duplicates were done. All right. So anyway, that's just what we wanted to cover, how to create accounting. You can create accounting for different kinds of events. You've seen payments. You can play around with your own setup, see what happens, what kind of journals are created when you do accounting for payments, what different accounting. For example, you are reducing cash, okay, or liability. So
your voice is breaking.
sorry.
Your voice was breaking. I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat maybe what you covered in the last 30 seconds or so?
Okay. So I was just saying, we have seen how to create accounting. We did create accounting for invoices. So you can play around with your setup, create accounting for different events, for payments, and the difference will be the accounts which are affected, of course. For example, for payments, you'll be affecting your cash account and you'll also be reducing your liability. But the process to create accounting remains the same. You can run the concurrent request. So that's just it for this session. And Bob, unless you have something to add, we can end there.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.